Hi, I'm Shay Robinson, and for my informative speech, I'm going to talk about OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. Many people take it lightly in today's society. This is a very common disorder. I even suffer with it just a tad bit. I have a lot of friends that also have OCD and have had many problems with it throughout college. I was researching this speech topic and I realized that how all obsessions and compulsions can make a person's life very, very difficult. Even myself, I deal with the more compulsion side as far as like if I have had the iron plugged up or just checking the door to make sure it's locked. I have a compulsion to do that repeatedly, even though I've already looked. It's just it comes with the OCD. Many people don't take it serious when they have OCD. They think it's something to be taken lightly, but it's not because it can affect your everyday life. It can also affect the way you think about things. OCD can cause you to think that bad things were going to happen and make you have those repeated thoughts in every kind of way. Um, People with other disorders, as far as like mental health problems, can have OCD the worst. So if you have any of the symptoms of being OCD, you should get those checked out. Now, there is no known cause of why OCD happens, but there are medications and ways to treat it. People say that yoga and relaxation, finding a hobby or athletic sport to make you feel better will help you out with OCD. There's almost one in every 40 people that you'll meet will have OCD and will be dealing with it. Many people don't know that I deal with it because I don't really talk about it, but people that are close to me will notice some of the things that I do off compulsion. It's annoying to me sometimes, but I've gotten used to it because it's something that I just have to deal with. Which brings me to the part of I research on coping because since I do deal with that and I picked this topic, I feel like it was okay for me to, discuss my everyday life dealing with OCD. Well, coping wise, it's okay to cope with it, but it's not okay for you to feel like you're the only one with OCD because OCD is spread out through many people. Like many people have it. So you shouldn't feel alone like I used to. Dealing with OCD every day and having to accept the disorder is a part of your everyday life. So you have to learn to deal with it. It is, one of those things where it's like not bad, but it can be bad if you let it get to you. According to the National Institute of Mental Health, OCD generally can't be controlled because it's a natural behavior that you become used to. So all those obsessions and all of those compulsions, you do those on a regular basis. In addition to the two main symptoms, there's something called motor tics. It's like a sudden, brief, repetitive move that you'll make all the time. And people do that have OCD. I've never had to deal with it, but it's very, very common as I research. Some say OCD has a lot of risk factors that play a major role. Risk factors may include genetics, brain structure and functioning, and the environment. Um, those things are like very important to uh, keep an eye on because your brain function is something that you don't want to lose track of because that's something that you use in your everyday life. Genetics. You just have to make sure that, if you have it, make sure that your child doesn't suffer from it. Or like twins, one can have it and one can't, but it's very likely that both will have it. Now, according to the site guides, professionals use cognitive behavior psychotherapy to cure, well, not actually cure, but to help the OCD become more able to cope with. There are different techniques that help people with OCD get by and learn and not be afraid to speak out about their problem. Like I said, for example, every day, like when I straighten my hair or something, I'll have the flat iron plugged and I'll unplug it. But before I leave out the door to go to work or school, I'll check it. That is under the category of compulsion. It's very, very, very strong it's very strong with me because I do that with like the iron. I do that with the stove. I do that with locked doors. But it's